right, you guys? Podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Welcome back to Chew Quieter. I am Gabe Mercado, one of your hosts, and also with me is Armando Verdugo, one of the other hosts, and the third host, Chris Meehan, is not here today. He got his schedule mixed up and had to do family stuff, kid stuff.
Are you sure he just wasn't hungover from his birthday?
That's very possible, too.
Too much ketchup?
Yeah, maybe. That ketchup was from the Korean barbecue or something.
Yeah, to ketchup on his tacos.
Yeah. It's special ketchup with the Vegemite in it and a shot of Jameson.
Yeah, jeez.
Or something. Yeah, happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah, happy birthday, buddy.
Just the other day.
Yeah,
also,
we pushed up recording because
yeah,
because we were asked to move it, and then we were asked not to move it, but we'd already moved it, so just fuck it. We're just gonna record when we record.
Yeah. Oh well. All good. Also, happy birthday to my mom. Tomorrow's her birthday. This will be out by the time her birthday hits. So
happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah. How old is she now? 71, 72, something like that. I don't know. She can never act her age, so I can never. I don't know.
27. She's 27.
The way I've seen her drink beer, I can sometimes see that. Yeah. She drinks
we need to go to California, do our food tour, get to Tommy's, and go drink beer with your mom. Make that episode of that.
She drinks those. What the hell are they called? It's like they got the tomato one, and then they put the chili on the rim of it with the lime.
Oh, michelada.
Yeah, they drink those. I don't understand it.
I
don't understand that. If you have to like flavor up your beer, and that's A, really raunchy beer, first of all. And B, you shouldn't probably be drinking beer. You should probably just be drinking hard liquor. It's a lot easier.
Yeah. If you got to flavor up your rum with other than ice, then what the fuck? Go drink some milk, baby.
Yeah. Something. Milk with Kahlua and some vodka.
Oh, White Russians.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's more their speed.
Yeah.
Damn near flavorless.
Cool.
Before we get any further, let's get into our sponsor really quick. That is liftitforless.com. Listen, it's the new year. A lot of you are probably going to get a new vehicle. It's probably going to be a truck, a Bronco, or a Jeep. Even though every single truck, Bronco, or Jeep right now is expensive as fuck because, that's just the way it is right now. But some of you don't give a fuck and you have fuck you money. So if you do have fuck you money and you have a brand new truck, a brand new Jeep, or a brand new Bronco, go to liftitforless.com and fix it up and do it with people that are reputable, companies that are reputable. And while you're at it, go to rub-1.com and get prepared because right now it's about to snow damn near across the country. They're putting out that brine. They're putting out the salt. You're going to need something to fix that paint. Armando, what do you have for them?
Just the whole line. Cleaners, protectants, everything. Just rub-1.com and check out some of the packages and everything that's on the site.
Yeah. My truck has just been sitting there. So I just keep seeing these like bubbles forming on the paint from the rain and the moisture and all that, like the beads of water and all that.
The beads,
yeah.
Yep, just beads off, and that's what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I recoated the Stinger about 3 weeks ago, and all I've done the past couple weeks is just take a dry cloth and just wipe it off when it gets a little nasty, and that's it. It's got a couple raindrops the other day, so I'm gonna have to take it and hose it and dry it. But that's all I'm gonna have to do for the next 3 to 6 months. That's it. It's simple, easy. You don't want to wash your car, but you actually enjoy the look of a semi-clean car or mostly clean car. Then the Silky Smooth body spray is what you need, and get it on your vehicle. And it'll make your life easy. Definitely.
I need the silky smooth body spray for my body.
For your body?
Yeah. See how that goes.
You're going to put it on my body, all over my body?
And use it like lotion.
Easy Diddy. I'm gonna get a call from Jennifer. He used it as a lube. What the fuck? Now I got a freaking UTI. He thought it was a lube.
I read the instructions wrong. Very unclear. Dick stuck in toaster.
It says body wash spray. What the hell? Not my body. Okay.
Yeah. Explain that one to the paramedics when they get here.
That's your guy now. The UTI happening.
So New Year just passed. We were off during that week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our first episode of the year, 2025.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
very first one. And we're missing one. Go figure.
Yeah, he's hungover.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Ketchup hangover.
Yeah. So did you set any New Year's resolutions, or did you do one of those, this year I'm gonna succeed at this?
No, never do that. I've never done that. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I should do that.
Do you have any ambition towards 2025, like to do anything
not
that
die.
You haven't done? Just to not die. That's a good goal. That's a really good goal. Yeah.
Or maybe die. I don't know. Maybe dying could be better.
We are now talking to the second coming.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to be the right answer this year? I don't know. We started off in a shit with car freaking plowing through people in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Nolans. Then we have Cybertrucks exploding in New York City. All kinds of weird shit. So I don't know. I don't know. Just hope that things get a little bit better in a couple weeks, and we start to see a little change and little relief. So Sean had a colonoscopy today.
Did he really?
Yeah, he had his first colonoscopy today. He calls me yesterday. He's like, "Dude, did you have to prep for 2 days?" I'm like, 2 days?
2
like,
days?
What the fuck? Yeah, the doctor made him prep for 2 days. I'm like, did they
Oh my
looking for
God.
something or whatever? He's like, no, it's just my first one, and he set me over. And I'm like, you don't have stomach problems or anything? He's like, no. And I go, well, maybe they just wanted a clean slate. So, or maybe he just can't fucking read.
Yeah. If he did it for 2 days, if he was on the shits.
He was on for 2 days. I need to show you the text messages. He's probably in a bathtub of ice because his asshole's probably super on fire right now.
For 2 days. For one day, my asshole was just like screaming.
And your stomach. And then you're just, I couldn't see that for 2 days that would be necessary, but I'm not his doctor, so I can't.
I can't see my asshole, but I imagine my asshole looked like Angelina Jolie's lips,
like
just
that baboon with the red ass.
Yeah,
yeah. So, I couldn't even imagine, but he texted me this morning. He said all's good. He went. He as soon as he left, he went and got himself a 16-ounce freaking ribeye, and you got to eat. First thing is leave that office and go get some food.
I wouldn't have gotten a ribeye. I would have gotten something a lot different because that protein is gonna like hit it pretty hard. I would have had a lot of starch in it, a lot of carbs. Yeah.
I usually go for breakfast because I usually try to get that 7 a.m. and then hit the breakfast place, get the potatoes, get the toast or the biscuit, a little egg in there, and then you get a little bit of protein, not all protein. So, but
I can't believe he's older than you, and that's his first one.
Yeah, I just got it. He said he was only 4 years past, so
only the recommendation for your first one, I think, is now 46.
Is it 45 or Yeah.
45 or
So,
46.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 55.
Oh, so he's younger than me.
Oh. By a year?
Yeah, a year. You're younger. So,
Yeah.
but
No, maybe
but-
he's, I don't know. He's around your age. I know he's older than me. But he acts like he's 13.
don't we all?
No, we act like we're 15, 16. He acts like he's 13. And he had his very first drink of alcohol.
He's still junior high. We're like a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
We're quite more mature.
We're very more mature than he is. Fucking guy comes out of a cabin butt naked, just dick swinging. Doesn't care.
Yeah, it happens. What are you gonna do?
I wish I slept like he did, though.
Well, he just snore. I didn't sleep. So when we went to when he came to fishing with us, him and Noah shared a room, and I shared a room with Ray, I believe. And maybe I got my own room because they were sharing. Maybe that's what I did. I had to get my own room. But Noah was like, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So,
But he sleeps all night. Like nothing wakes him up.
that's me.
Oh,
If I
really?
go to, if I can go to sleep, I can be all night, and then give me a piece of a gummy. 5:30 when I gotta pee though, I gotta get up.
Yeah. I'm the kind of person also, if it's like after 5 a.m. and I have to pee and it's after 5 a.m., very unlikely I'm going back to bed. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock already. Let's see. If I get back in bed, it's going to be like, 5:05. I'm pretty much already up. Might as well just get the day started. I'll just, log into work early, get the day finished early. That whole process goes in my head because I'm thinking to myself, otherwise, I'm only going to fall. It's going to take me another 15 minutes to fall back asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to wake up in 45 minutes.
So you're gonna get
It's like hitting the snooze bar for 45 minutes and then waking up more groggy than before.
Yeah, it's we had a shutdown, so I was going in a little later to work, and I'd set the alarm for like 6 and go, why would I set it for 6? I don't need to be there till like 8:39. So it's like turn it off and just go to sleep until I woke up again. Go to work. But I'd sleep for like 20 minutes and then get up and go, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah. In the summer, I don't need an alarm. 6 a.m. every fucking morning for some reason.
Because
mental
the sun's out.
No, it's not even that. I can sleep through that.
Oh, so
for some reason though,
it's
it's
just up.
I don't know.
Just
It's
up.
just the alarm in my brain.
Yeah.
First goes off, and I start having like a weird dream, and I know it's a weird dream, and I start thinking to myself, I should probably start getting my whole body ready to get up because I'm about to wake up, I think.
Yeah.
And then my body's like, you know what? I'm going to give you some urine in your bladder, and I'm going to make you wake up.
I'm going to force you to get up because you don't want to sit here and sleep in it.
Yeah. And guess what? Now that your bladder is full, that pressure is pushing up against your colon. Now guess what? You have to fart really bad, and your body feels like the fart coming on.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? That part of your colon that's next to your asshole is talking to your brain like, hey, you might have to take a shit. You might want to get up.
Yes. Definitely. That's the morning struggle every morning.
Yeah.
But,
I've seen these mental health questions, like, and one of them is, how do you feel when you wake up in the morning? And the options are tired. The other option is energetic. And another option is, I can wake up but not without coffee, stupid fucking things like that. They're trying to just gauge your mood.
Yeah.
If you're sleeping enough.
Yeah. Where's the, I wake up because I have to pee option because I'm old.
I've never once woken up with energy ever in my life, even as a kid.
Oh, really? I wake up and I'm like, let's go. Although today I didn't wake up like that though.
You know, I take that back. If I'm camping, I do feel that way.
Oh yeah. That crack of that first beer at 6:30 a.m. as you're getting the griddle ready to make breakfast. Fucking greatest fucking day ever.
Making eye contact with a squirrel as you're popping a squat.
Yeah. You're out here, coyotes.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. No, these nuts are not for you.
Ah!
Can you imagine what Jake would be like camping? He wouldn't have a bidet. He wouldn't even have a toilet.
You get a bucket. You get a loo, a portable loo.
Yeah, he could, but it wouldn't squirt up into his ass. He wouldn't have that fresh, tingly feeling that he gets every morning.
Yeah, but I'm sure when you go on vacation, that's what we got to ask him. When he goes on vacation, does he have to go somewhere that has a bidet?
I think I asked him that before.
Does he use someone else's bidet, or do you have to only use your own bidet?
I never got that far with them.
What's the bidet? I never used a bidet, so
they're great.
I don't know.
I have
again, great, but is that touching your skin or anything, or is it dribbling down? So do you actually want to use it if it's someone else's house and someone else's ass has been dribbling onto that thing?
No, it's not like that.
How does that work?
Yeah, so once you turn the dial, like there's a thing that turns in and out, right? Mm-hmm. So it hides itself when the dial is off, and when you turn the dial, it comes around really quick, spritz. You turn the dial to turn it off, and it turns back around.
Yeah, but you don't think as you go, that it's not dribbling down. Gravity is pretty quick.
No, because this is a pretty good spray. So it's like having the really strong setting of a commercial dishwasher sprayer with it on fan mode, like directional. So it's just it's spraying all of your shit from your butthole right into like the basin.
Your nutsack?
No, it does. That's the thing. I need to ask Jake if he looked into this, because I have a lot of questions how this thing actually works, and does it make it more even messier?
Yeah, because I'm thinking about this going, okay, what does it do? If it comes from the bottom, then you shoot up into the asshole, and then as soon as it hits, it goes back down. So I'm thinking it's going to dribble back on that thing. So then it goes back there. Okay, so if it shoots forward,
it does have a self.
Then it's going to shoot across your asshole, and your balls are going to be right here. So it's going to be like this, bouncing off the back of your nuts back into the freaking toilet.
I've never had that issue though. So
I've never used one, so I don't know the dynamic of this.
Gotta get one. They're like $35 on Amazon. You gotta get one. Report back.
Okay.
After Jake hears this episode, he's gonna call you. I guarantee it. In fact, at this Jake, right now, if you're listening, pause this episode. Call Armando.
I'm like, good thing this isn't live because my phone's gonna be ringing right now.
Yeah. All right, now Jake, unpause, and we're back.
Holy shit! A bidet's the greatest thing in the world. My balls weren't even wet.
Told you.
Oh, geez.
Like, there's times I wish I had a clear toilet lid so I could see how it actually functions. I'm just amazed by it. Like, I use it every day.
Okay,
sometimes twice a day.
All right. So this is your homework. Grab some Saran wrap, wrap it around the toilet seat, and let it run down, and see what happens.
That's a good idea.
Right? That's how we get the video of what happens. We know exactly what's happening in this scenario.
Yeah. I'll put some Nutella in there.
Or peanut butter. Little Nutella, a little bit of peanut butter, some pieces
peanuts.
of corn.
Corn.
Well, you have chunky peanut butter.
Yeah. And some red dye to represent the flaming hot Cheetos that you just ate.
Exactly.
Fucking, we're some sick fuckers. Why are we talking about this?
Have you not listened to the show? I know I haven't.
Not to,
but I know. But I know we're sick fuckers.
How many more minutes do we have?
We're gonna go off on this tangent and be there for a day and a half.
Yeah. All right, changing the subject. So back to the new year and things that you have planned, that sort of thing. Do you have plans for any new gun purchases?
No, I've been trying to make plans to actually use the guns I have. So I've been talking to my buddy to go up and go do some skeet up at the range up here. So I think not this weekend, but the following week we're gonna try to do that, so I can actually fire that gun that I bought a year and a half ago.
Yeah, you need to. Otherwise, just sell it.
So, I know.
Get a clone, Benelli clone, for half the price.
Well, it's already paid for. So
and then Matt will get mad at you for it.
No, I'll just keep it. I mean, what am I going to sell it for?
Yeah,
I'm gonna sell it for what, $900? I paid $1,300 for it. I'm gonna sell it for $900.
Sold.
I'm gonna buy one for $600. I'm gonna net $300. I just have a fucking Benelli sitting in my house.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you $10.
$10.
Yeah, I'll give you $1,000 for it.
I'm not ready to let it go yet. I still want to get it out there and do it. I want to go.
$1,050.
Jeez.
Okay, 11. Meet you halfway. That's my final offer.
No, I got to use it. I have to use it. I bought it to use it. I want to use it. I just need to spend the time and do it. So, but the car's consuming a lot of my life lately.
What is?
The car. So I think, dumbass. So I bought a car that was supposed to just be a cruiser, and then I started getting into it, and then the whole interior is gone. The whole interior.
And once you go there, you have to go deeper.
Oh, I mean, everything is out. The dash is out. I took the wiring out to check out the wiring, and then I realized that the fuse box was all rusted up. And then I started looking at the wiring. Its wiring's good, but then I started looking at some of the pieces a little fragile. So now I pulled it all out, bought a new wiring harness. So now I'm rewiring this fucking car. And then all the interior is out. So, the interior is out, so I might as well do the sound deadening across. So the whole inside of it is all sound deadened. Taking the dashboard to get stripped and powder coated with the black at work in probably next week. So, and then now I'm like, oh, well, this old dash cover doesn't work. So now I'm ordering a dash cover. And then the carpet that was in it, well, they cut a slit for the gear shift that was on the floor. Now we're putting it on the column. So now I need a new carpet. It's just way out of what
you're chasing the dragon.
I'm chasing the dragon. And then I got a hair up my ass that I'm going to buy and build the C10. So while I put the Scout to the side, the Scout is likely going to be put to the pasture.
With all the boxes of parts you have for it.
Well, a good thing is I'm keeping the motor for the C10. I'll keep a lot of the components for it that I have. But there'll be there's shit ton of parts for that thing that are being gone. So anyone interested in a Scout project, call this guy.
So then ambitions of ever having another 4x4 off-road vehicle?
I think we had a conversation about this last week. I think I posted in there. I watched Dirt every day, and they were on trails in Colorado, and I just didn't miss it. They were on what is the one we talked about? The one outside of Buena Vista, where the winch went through the
Carnage
to Carnage Canyon. They're in Carnage Canyon, and they're in well-built vehicles. Granted, they're no horsepower vehicles on 40s probably. And I'm just sitting there going, this is exactly what I'm building the Scout for, and that didn't even faze me at all.
So
that I was doing. So the idea would be that the off-roading I've been enjoying is doing the elevated adventure, doing this scenic type of wheeling, not just tear myself up for
that makes plenty
the
of
whole
sense. Yeah,
fucking day. And I think that's probably my age, probably just thinking about things, and maybe it's the change in venue. I don't really know what the entirety of it is, but I'm just now thinking that's really, that hardcore wheeling is not really what I want to do anymore.
I definitely am in that same boat, and the only reason for me was it's fucking stupid. It is fucking stupid if you think about it. You're putting all sorts of money into something and taking it. I mean, and when I say it's stupid, I mean it in a fun way, not in tongue in cheek, not like, "Hey, motherfucker, you're stupid." So what I'm trying to say is, you're taking an expensive vehicle in places that it shouldn't go, even though it could go, and in the process, there's a very good chance that you're going to be breaking parts that are expensive. And a lot of these people that do this are doing it with their daily drivers. So you do it with your daily driver, you start breaking parts on your daily driver. Next thing you know, you can't go to work because you have a broken down Jeep. So what do? You think to yourself, "Oh, I know why it broke. I need bigger axles." And then you start, like you're doing with your car, you're chasing the dragon. You strip it down. I could do this project in my garage. It'll only take 6 months. Bull fucking shit. I've never seen one garage axle swap done in 6 months. And if it has, it's someone paid someone else to do it. Or this person doesn't really have a lot of go to work type things to do. So he just does it in his garage every fucking day.
A single guy, yes.
Yeah.
But,
so,
yeah,
I mean, it becomes
on your plate. Then it makes it easy. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's the reason that's well, it doesn't help that I change my fucking mind on that Scout every other freaking 6 months. It's gone through. What is this? Third iteration of axles in it. The only thing that's been constant of that thing is the motor.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking that motor going, I'll just throw this in a C10.
Even if it was a purpose-built rock crawler and you're doing this thing, like, even if I had that, I would still tell myself, this is fucking stupid. Because there's plenty of times where I've been with heavily built rock crawlers in situations, filming stuff, and things break. And we're there trying to fix things for hours. We're uncomfortable, hungry, hot, cold.
Yeah, but even worse than that is you break in an area where you actually have to either get rescued out because you have a bad enough accident, or a bad enough break where you can't get it out and you have to actually pay someone to go recover it.
Right.
How much is that going to cost you?
Right.
Get Rory or some like Matt or whoever your local recovery, AZ 4x4 recovery here. Like how much is that going to cost you to get your vehicle out of way back in the middle of nowhere if you can't get it out?
Right.
So,
and I don't know what happened along the way for me. I don't know about you, but for me, somewhere along the way, I lost myself. I originally started doing off-roading because I wanted to go to the mountains and see things that I had never seen before that you can only see by traversing it with a 4x4 vehicle.
mm-hmm.
And then somewhere along the way, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was a friend of mine in an XJ or someone that just didn't give a shit and beat up their fucking rig. But along the way, I started going with these guys that I didn't know, and they were doing harder trails. And I think that might have just started to progress the whole thing of, my rig can make it, yours can't type attitude. Because I did have that attitude for about a year, 9 months, until I checked myself. I was like, that's a fucking stupid thing to try to flex over. So I don't know. There just became a point where things progressed and I wanted to do more and more crazy shit without thinking about repercussions.
Yeah. oh, I was right there, and it's just I don't know. I said I enjoy, like, we go down to Florence and we just go in the truck. Truck goes down the wash, goes down the little things. Limitations is it doesn't go down a Jeep trail because it's too big, too wide. But for the most part, stuff we did in Colorado for the elevated experience, the stuff we did in Washington, I did everything that everyone else did except for one trail, which I was like, I'm not doing that just because I don't want to go down that road and get scratched up the hill. But likely the truck would have made it. I just was not willing to put it through that at that point.
Right.
But that type of wheeling that you're still seeing, you're still going out, you're still getting that feel of the epicness. And we saw some pretty epic things, and that truck would handle it. So, I'm okay with that. I'm not leaving that side of things, and things could change. Maybe in a couple of years, I decide I'm going to buy a Jeep that's more of an overlandy type that'll get down some of the smaller trails. But a rock crawler is really not what I'm interested right now.
Yeah, same here.
So I'm going to just dump a shit ton of money into an El Camino that I'm going to drive on the weekend, and kind of the same shit.
I'm still investigating ways so I can just get that BMW that I want.
yeah. I'm like, that's why the truck's still sitting on the driveway, because you're like, I said, don't drive it less miles so I can trade that fucker
less
in.
miles, exactly. Yep.
I know what's in your brain. Yeah, I'll just reset that. They will never know. Take it in.
Right. They really won't know. I mean, I think I've only got 35,000 miles on it. It's a 2020.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just the last couple of weeks I've been really thinking hard about it, and then it was this weekend we were talking about like the finish of the vehicle. Barrett Jackson's coming up in about a week here in Scottsdale, so we'll go there and trying to figure out what color we're gonna paint the El Camino. And then I saw something that I really liked, and I was like, what if we did a gloss black and we did everything copper? All the chrome copper, everything copper. And she's like, no, I want the chrome. My idea is all the chrome has to be on it. She's like, just build yourself a C10 and put copper. That fucking hit. And I went, okay. I can do that. So I think the end's going to be, this will continue to stay mild. We'll keep the 305 in it, keep the wets on, redo the interior, clean all it up. I've kind of cleaned up mostly everything under the hood. I'll wire it up and make sure the wire's clean, and that'll be kind of it. We'll probably do bags on it and air ride suspension on it. But that'll be kind of it. New wheels and tires. It needs new wheels and tires. It needs tires bad. So, and I'll use it for shows and stuff for work. We'll put the air suspension on it.
Just find ways to ret it off.
Some media. Fucking 100%. And then I can do the C10. I found a chassis for a 65 C10 chassis for $800. And it's a rear axle, it's a motor, but everything would just go in the trash except for the frame. Then we'd use it for development, get a back half kit, shorten it up because it's a long wheelbase, and just run all development, get some things that we're missing at work on there, redeveloped and built up better, and just use it to grow the business.
Yeah. I actually found a J10 out here, and it's in pretty fucking good condition. So what this guy does, all this truck has ever done, he said, is he operates a hang gliding operation. So all he does is pull hang gliders all fucking day up and down the strip. And that's all that truck has ever done.
That's not bad. So is that you're keeping your truck side of it, is get a cheaper truck and then buy a car to...
Well, I only mentioned it because I already asked him if he'd sell it, and he said no.
Well, then you didn't find a J10.
Well,
You
I
saw
found
a
one.
J10.
It's just no. I found
You saw
one.
it. It's just not for sale.
Yeah. If I trust me, if it was for sale, I wouldn't have said shit. I would have just bought it and been like, I'm keeping this a secret. I'm gonna build this thing out. I'm gonna make it look probably like shit. Because the patina on it was fairly good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can tell it was a J10. It's older J10 and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But had the grill had typical wear, the dullness, the pitting.
Yeah, but that's all fine for what you want for that to be your weekend tool around. Go to the home improvement store, you have a truck, and then you could get rid of your Tacoma and get your BMW.
Yep.
It kind of checks all the boxes.
So for that, what I would have done is just swap out the motor, really.
Yeah.
Put wheels and tires on it.
Yeah, seat
probably,
covered, so you're not sitting on fucking 30 years of freaking Cheetos and shit.
Right. Mouse shit, all that sort of
Mouse
thing.
shit, yeah.
Probably would have upgraded the headlights. Just done modern things to it.
Yeah.
And people would have freaked out over that. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You should have restored it.
There's a J10 here. My buddy Kyle had it, and he sold it to Ray, an old Vietnam vet guy. And Ray used to be a racer, and we used to work at a race engine shop. And he has all these old engines from his old race days in his shop. He's like, I got this 283 stroker in my garage. I'm going to rebuild it, and we're going to put it in that. They put it in there, and the fucking thing is ridiculous. I'm like, all right, that works. Have fun. So,
I mean, with the truck at the size of a J10, like, you could fit almost anything in there.
Yeah, you can get sheets of plywood. You can get everything you need. It's way bigger bed than your Tacoma.
Yeah.
So it's
plus engine bay too. You could fit damn near anything in.
Yeah.
So LS, Coyote, Hemi.
Yeah, all kinds of room. All kinds of room for all kinds of activities.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
it's actually a good idea he didn't want to sell it, because I can't afford that kind of project right now.
because you'd be throwing shit money at an old vehicle.
Yeah. I'd be selling my guns right now instead of trying to buy new ones. I need to fund this project.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there's two guns that I want to buy right now. That one just came out. It's the RXM from Ruger. So it's a 9mm Glock clone, but it's a lot nicer grip, that sort of thing. And the other, Smith & Wesson, I didn't know had came out a while back, I think last year, with the new Shield. It's a 9+, and it's comped. And that's one reason why I want it. So those are the two that are on my list right now.
Is it the Shield 3?
No, it's just called the Shield Plus.
A Shield Plus. Okay.
Shield Plus comp. It's got the Performance Center trigger on it. So it's definitely upgraded.
Yeah, nice. I may have to go look, because I believe I might have the 2. Mine is a Shield 2.
Okay. 2.0.
2.0, yeah.
Yeah. I have the original.
Yeah. So
then I also have the original Gen 1 full size.
Okay.
Not a Shield though. Not a Shield. It was a police trade-in, law enforcement trade-in.
What is that one? Is it just a full size, right?
Yeah. It's the M&P 1.0.
M&P, yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same thing as like a Glock 17 style, or size, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah. The sizes that fit in your hand instead of your hand fitting over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of like this, even with the extender, I'm like this. I'm like, am I having tea? Let's have tea and shoot my gun.
I mean, extensions are cool, but I would rather have a full grip.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's teeny. It's It's a handful.
And that's what this new shield has. It's a full grip 15-round magazine, whereas the prior one I think was 8-round maximum. 8 + 1.
Because my 7, because of 7, and then the 8 has the finger, so my finger can kind of fit over it, but my finger just comes off of it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of upside to it.
Yeah.
Familiar grip. I like that. I like that original shield.
Yeah.
So again,
nice.
A lot of upsides to it. I'm excited.
I'm gonna have to go look.
Yeah.
I got a gift card to Bass Pros from work for Christmas.
There you go.
So
free gun.
I don't know how much is on it, but even so.
Oh, I hate when that happens. You're expecting
part of a gun,
$200 like something from someone because they might have mentioned it might be a little extravagant or expensive, or so you're thinking in your head, oh, that's probably going to be like $200-300, and then you get it, and you're like so disappointed, like, oh my god.
I was expecting like $50-75, but if it's $100, I'll be good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at least it'll pay for some of the background check.
Background check doesn't cost anything here.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh,
no,
that's cool.
There's no check. You just go and now it's all electronic. You just put it in a thing. They put it back. They scan your face and they get an approval. They say, okay, let's go to the counter.
That's fancy.
Yeah, it's super easy here to get to when you want to go buy.
I mean, we still have to do the background check, and that takes. I mean, it takes 10 minutes, maybe at the most.
Yeah.
But we pay $10 to the state, and then the shop that does a transfer. If we do a transfer, then it's like $25-30. If I buy it straight from the shop, there's no transfer fee, but it's still $10 for the background check.
Yeah. No, there's no cost for the background check. It's just part of what happens out here.
Righteous.
So, yeah.
Huh. Might have to get dual state citizenship.
I don't even think it matters if you live here.
Shut up.
A lot of people come here from California to buy guns. I don't know of any that do, but I hear on the internet that people from California come here to buy guns.
Oh yeah, they do, because I know someone that does it.
No, you don't. That guy died in a boating accident.
Died in a fire just recently in Los Angeles, in the Hollywood Hills, somewhere in Malibu, Pacific Palisades.
So new year, some new stuff. New president. Trump comes in a couple weeks.
Yeah, next week.
Is it the 20th?
20th. 10 days.
20th. 10 days. So yeah, the following Monday. Yeah. Week and a half away.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Fucking Biden keeps sending money like every other week to Ukraine, like another billion, another $500 million, another billion.
Yeah. Well, and then this whole thing of no drilling in the Gulf. Shit. What the hell is that about?
You hear Trump, I'm going to reverse everything that he just did.
Yeah. Like executive order. Get the shit out of here.
And then he's letting pedos and terrorists out of jail.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So, I don't know. I'm excited to see what changes we get. How quickly we can get some of the DEI and some of this useless shit out of here that is killing us.
Well, we've already seen one example of the DEI failure in that police chief or the firefighter chief in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They what was it? Almost $2 billion or something, and they've cut $17 million. They cut from
like $17 million. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, okay, I'll do what you want. We spend $17 million on what? Homeless? To help the homeless? That basically to attract the homeless and pay for illegal shit?
Well, that's the thing. They had paid all this money for all these homeless shelters that were built, but nobody's living in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're supposed to build another phase of it, and that hasn't even started.
Yeah,
all that money gone. California just wastes money.
Yeah.
It's funneled somewhere and it's back into their pockets.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on. Look. The idea across the board. It's not just California, but look at the idea of a senator or hell, even a president. How much money does a president make a year? Was it 175, 100? It's less than $200,000.
Yeah.
And Congress people make 145, 140,000. How are all these people living in multi-million-dollar homes? If they're servants of the people, how do they afford? I don't know. The Obamas bought what, a $20 million mansion on Martha's Vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
What the money? You're gonna say, oh, his book? He didn't sell that many books.
No,
he doesn't freaking talk that much. No, it's stocks and insider trading and kickbacks and quid pro quo that you apparently can't do if you're one side, but you can do if you're the other side. But they all do it, so it's not like they just pick and choose who they want to go after.
Yeah, so. And it's becoming more obvious now.
Right.
And I think people have picked up on it.
Yeah, we're getting tired of it. Just no. So term limits are going to be necessary. But just get some change in here.
Yeah. Speaking of change, Trudeau resigned. That was pretty wild.
Kind of expected.
Yeah, but I didn't expect it. Well, I mean, I wanted it. I didn't expect it.
Well, I kind of expected it because he knew Trump was coming in, and Trump was not gonna keep favor to a lot of things that they were doing and make things hard for him. So when you know you're gonna be kind of pushed out, you can just leave ahead of time or struggle and try to do what you need to do. And I don't think he has a fight, so he just like, I'm out.
I just found it. It's LA Mayor Karen Bass cuts over $17 million from LA County Fire Department budget, but sure made sure to allocate $170,000 to social justice art and $100,000 to transgender cafes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So instead of putting the money where it should go to the infrastructure, to actual things that matter, to things that could save houses from burning, they bought some art and made the alphabet people feel safe.
Gay cafe, hey?
Yeah, and they saved some fish, but it's size of sardines.
Well, yeah, the whole idea of the not saving the water is that smelt that they tried to save. Like,
yeah,
okay, well, now you're gonna feel it. So, my family's still have family in Southern California. I'm gonna assume that they're part of the problem that voted for that dipshit. So when you keep voting for dipshits like that are doing these things because you think you're doing the right thing, and then you see what's happening as a result of this, he was already told to fix and clean up the forest because you're leaving fuel in the forest that's going to decimate your state. No. We're protecting the creatures. Well, creatures they're not protected anymore. Creatures are all dead.
When we were driving to the Rubicon Trail with Jeremy Purick, I was in his Jeep and he's asking me, dude, why is there so much buildup under these trees? Mm-hmm. Like, how come this hasn't been cleaned up? And I told him, I'm like, they won't do it.
Yeah, because there's a little dust mite that's under those leaves that they don't want to kill and disturb. But here's the thing, poof, when you leave the fuel there, you allow it to be done. Correct forestation and deforestation and forest cleanup and forest management is what you need to do. The same with hunting. You go out to not just allow people to just go kill deer willy-nilly, because the Forest Service counts and knows and tracks how many are out there, and they see that there's an abundance of an animal, and they open up and they have tags according to what the numbers are, not because hunters want to go hunt. So it's abatement. It's like the hog hunts in Texas. Those freaking crazy feral ass hogs are eating everything in those fields. So they go out there and they shoot them.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it has to be. Not everything can be saved. But here's what you did. You saved a few dust mites by not cleaning the forest floor, maybe a couple lizards. But you've now decimated entire hundreds of thousands of acres that nothing can live in now.
And polluted the air.
Polluted the air. People lost their houses. People lost their livelihood. I mean, all kinds of different things. Utilities are down. Everything is down. So for the sake of the minuscule, you put the majority in risk. So it's California needs to stop letting the whiners take over and just because they're complaining, tell them to fucking no.
Yeah. Just saw breaking news. Supreme Court denies Trump attempt to stop sentencing in New York case. So I think his sentencing is tomorrow. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So
would he just pardon himself?
Yeah.
Can he do that?
Yeah. He'll be a first felon president, and he just pardons himself. It's all done.
So gangster.
He'll be our first real black president.
Oh, that's funny.
We just need to come up. Inauguration was Snoop, and we're good.
Yeah, true. Speaking of politics, it looks like Mark Zuckerberg has. I was under the impression earlier this year or late last year, during the voting season, I had the feeling that Zuckerberg was being red pilled. And just recently, he put out a video that they're going to cut back on the Facebook, quote unquote, fact checkers, and get away from being less too political.
Yep.
They're going to stop the banment of people misgendering. They're going to just ease up on the whole thing. And I starting to think that he really got red pilled during the election process.
He how would he not? 4 years ago, he was on the side of the people that were making him censor, and then they just hang him out to dry. Like, why would you go back and trust those people?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you continue to vote for those people or be friends with those people because they hung you out to dry? I wouldn't. Be done.
Yep.
You just got to go. You're like, okay, this is it. I listen to what you're saying. I listen to, you want me to be woke. You want us to do this. You sway me this way. Okay. He's got enough money now where you can just dump the fuck off. Right. He had it before, but I don't think he realized he had the power. So
yeah,
I think now he knows he can be more middle of the line and be okay. Get back to where it was, middle of the line, where someone wants to tell someone to go fuck themselves. Who cares?
Right.
Let people deal with it. Do you get in? The police don't get involved when you walk to your neighbor and you give them the finger and tell them to go fuck yourself because you don't like your neighbor. The police don't get involved. You don't need the police involved with that shit.
They're going more towards community notes like X does, or formerly known as Twitter, and it works. It seems to work that way, and it's been working fine in X. I frequent X every single day, probably more than I do Facebook. Actually, way more than I do Facebook. But it's interesting because someone will try to post some bullshit, and it'll get called out super quick. Just like there was a video of someone trying to rescue a bunny rabbit from a fire. And Community Note said, this is actually from 2007, not recently. So it'll use AI as part of it. It'll use just people seen something saying, "Hey, wait a minute, that's not right."
Yeah,
I'm going
we've
to
already
add
seen
my
this.
own feedback
We've
on
already
this.
seen this. Yeah, but some of it was just even satire. They were like, "Oh, this isn't true." Fact checkers. I'm like, well, understand. Like at the root of this, we used to have memes, and they didn't have to be fact checked because it was just funny satire.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we have fact checkers. Well, that's not really true because this. Well, that wasn't the intent. The intent was just a joke.
Right.
It's funny. It's a pun. Ha ha. Let it
Was
go.
Was it the Babylon Bee that got banned from Twitter when it was Twitter for a while for something they had posted?
I don't know.
There was a conservative site.
Well, Babylon Bee is kind of middle of the road. Just makes fun of fucking everything.
Yeah, it was one of the conservative ones. It was a parody one, and they made a joke, and they got banned for it until they issued an apology, which they never did. And then X was formed. Elon bought it, and I think that's how they got it their account back.
Yeah, same as Trump.
Yeah,
they took him out, and then Elon bought it and said, "Okay, you come back."
Mm-hmm.
So it's we don't need our mothers with us every day to tell us not to do something, slap our hands, go make mistakes. You know what? Tell your neighbor to go fuck himself if you need to.
Yeah. So one more question for you before we end this session. This came up because my wife took some time off of work during Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, a little bit after New Year's, actually. So almost 2.5 weeks. And didn't do anything. She just stayed home, relaxed. And to me, that's almost that long of a staycation would almost drive me crazy, knowing in the back of my head there's shit going on at work that I could probably fix. And when I get back, it's going to be fucking horrible to fix later.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd almost rather, because I know if I go on vacation, like if I went to a beach somewhere, I'm still going to have this thought process in my head. I'm not going to be able to relax. Yes. You're supposed to relax on these vacations.
Yes. Yeah. So
what do you do? Like,
I
just save up all the PTO until like I have another surgery.
No. So, I've never really gone on full vacation, like a weekend away, whatever. You miss a day or two. It's not that big of a deal. You're not coming back to a pile of shit on Monday if you take a long long weekend for a vacation. But to go on a vacation is a lot, especially in a position where you're managing people and communications and more people and dealers and whatever like that. So with Arctech, I never took a vacation for it's probably the first 7 years I worked there. I never really took a vacation. We'd go here and there, but that was it. I would be traveling. And then I actually comp time for all my time away. I'd get time. So at the end of the year, I would end up with like 200 hours of vacation at the end. And it was always use it or lose it. And I'd never take it. So I'd start off at the beginning of the year, whatever. I could carry over 80 hours and then plus get my extra 2 weeks. So I'd end up with the 120 hours, and then same thing was cycled through. And every year I would lose it. And then last couple of years, I was just getting stressed out. I was not enjoying a lot of things that were happening at work. So I just started saying, you know what? I'm going to vacation, not taking my phone, or I'd take my phone for what I needed it for, shut it off and throw it in my suitcase and not really try to look at it and be involved with it. And I had to force myself and train myself to do that. Mm-hmm. Because I was so afraid of leaving for a week and coming back to fucking piles of shit, emails and everything else everywhere that I had to come through. And then I'd be stuck the next 2 weeks just digging myself out of a hole.
Right.
So I'd end up taking my laptop with me if we went anywhere, and I do work at night. I would answer phone calls. I would answer emails during the day. And then I just finally get to the point where I had to stop it and just basically force myself to leave it behind. It was at one point, it was my cell phone number got ported into Artex account. So it was my personal number, but it was also my company number. So there's no mistake. So I was like, I almost thought about just buying myself another phone to have for my personal side of things and leaving the work phone at home when I'm on vacation. But I just started just going, and I'd use it for when we traveled on the plane and whatever we needed to. But as soon as we got to the hotel, just sit in my bag, sit on a nightstand, sit whatever. I'd take it with us if we're going to go somewhere or want to take pictures, but I wouldn't look at it, and I'd force myself not to do a lot of things at work. And it was hard to train myself to do that.
Yeah.
But once I did it, the relief is there. So figure out how to train yourself how to do it and get yourself away from it.
Maybe I just need to be heavily intoxicated. But
delegate when you're gone. Someone to do it. If they don't do it, then fucking fire up on them.
Yeah.
Hey, take care of this. Why wasn't this taken care of when I was gone? I'm not taking care of it when I'm gone. As soon as they understand that you're not going to take care of it, they'll start picking up the slack. The problem is when they know that you're always on call and you're always going to do it.
It's not the worry that it's not going to get done. It's the worry that it's not going to get done right. And so
not your problem.
Well, in my line of work, it sucks because they're numbers. And in the field that I do, which is analytics, we have to find those numbers where they went wrong. And sometimes that could take quite a while, especially for backlogging a couple of months to try to find where that variation is. So
you have to get, I mean, you have a team of people that you work with. They have to get on board with the fact that, and understand when you're gone, that they have to rise up and do it. Luckily I had some guys that would step up and started to do more and wanted to do more, and they were good at kind of giving me the relief when I needed the relief when I was gone, and I just had to do it. I'm not saying I didn't come back to emails in a pile, but the pile was not astronomical where it was like the next 3 weeks I'm figuring everything out.
Right.
So
I think that's also
days of stress.
That's also the difference between small business and a conglomerate like I work for, is they have processes and procedures for firing people. And just because they did something wrong multiple times, for some reason, that's not fucking good enough.
Yeah. I
don't understand it.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's tough, but when you train yourself and you finally get to it, then you can relax and go have vacation. You believe me. Once I started doing that, and I found that way to separate myself, life was so much better to be able to like have downtime. Because for me, time off was when I was on a road 3 days driving across the country to Daytona. I was in the car by myself and I could listen to music and it was quiet, but that wasn't really a vacation. I was tired. I was driving like crazy and I was not doing anything fun. I was seeing the country, but it's not vacation. Even going to Daytona and spending a week on the beach, it's not a vacation. You're working, you're up early, you're up late. There's fun. You can certainly have fun, but it's not a vacation. You're still working. You're still on. So
I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, it is. It took me a long time to come to terms with myself and my brain that it comes time to turn off. And I'm better at it now than I ever was. I used to come home and answering emails, answering whatever. Like as soon as something come over, bink, my phone would be up and I'd be like responding back. And it was great building the business, but after I got to a certain point, I realized I don't have to give them an immediate response. Next day is fine. So, I mean, and in the night, unless I'm looking for something, parts for a car or parts for a car, my phone's usually not in my, or figuring out how to do stuff a certain way for a car. The phone's never really just in my hand anymore.
Yeah.
So
I'll figure something out.
You'll get
at
there.
some point.
Like I said,
at some point, I want to be able to not give a fuck.
You have to get up and take those vacations. Go take a middle of the week, a full 7-9 day, 12-day vacation, and not worry about it, and actually go and enjoy hanging out with the family. Go do stuff. Go see stuff. And not worry about
it's bold of you to assume I like my family to want to hang out with them.
No. I'm talking about Jennifer. Your wife, me, family, me and the girls. Yes. But like we went to Hawaii in June. We were there for 9 days. Yes, it was hectic. Did I want to kill them by the end of the vacation? Yes, 100%. But was it fun and we actually have a good time and we do some cool stuff? Fucking hell yeah. So you have to do it. You have to find that way to make it work. You'll get there.
Yeah. All right. On that positive note, we're going to end it there.
All right.
Mental health.
Thanks, everyone.
Mental health. That's important, people.
Mental health. Yes. 100%. I mean, you have to do that mental health. I mean,
yeah.
It's when they ever ask me, like, how do you always keep a positive attitude? I mean, I have prostate cancer. I've dealt with prostate cancer for the past 6 years. I have other health stuff that's been here and back and whatever. And I was like, well, how do you always just keep you always have a smile? You're always like up. I'm like, because it's not going to kill me. And if it does, then it was meant to kill me. I mean, what am I going to do? I try not to stress too much. But I get frustrated. I get very frustrated with things. And I probably have more frustration than anything, but real stress. I don't think I have long-term stress. I think I have more frustration of short-term stress, of short-term frustrations that probably look like stress or feel like stress, but it's only a short frustration. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I got all this white hair and no hair, but
it's a different stress.
that's something different.
Yeah,
that's just old.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So that's gonna be it for today. We'll be back next week with a special guest, a repeat guest, and it's gonna be quite interesting. We're gonna get a lot of answers into what's going on with Stellantis. So
it's all his fault.
Yeah, I'd like to say it's his fault, but they fired the CEO.
It's his fault, though.
Yeah.
It's his fault to fire the CEO.
I don't want to make him feel bad. I'm not going to say it this time.
Oh, I am. It's he understands the joke of it.
I know.
It's been happening for way too long.
I'm sure he's been getting a lot of shit. So.
Oh, he's kind of got a little quiet. I haven't seen a lot of him floating around lately like he used to be.
Yeah.
And it could just be my separation of that side of things. I don't do a lot of social media anymore. It's fucking nice.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of watching that, making sure anything happens from that. So it's fucking nice not to be tethered.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. And go to liftedforless.com
and
rub-1.com.
There you go.
Get all your lifts, get all your scrubbies, get all your lifties, get all your scrubbies, get all your bumperies, get all your stuff, and get a nice rig and go keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Get that body glossed up.
Yeah, don't use it as lube, fuckers.
No, don't. All right, bye.
All right, good night.